Good morning, Venice, Northport, and Englewood. This is Francesco Abbruzzino with the Venice Scoop, bringing you the latest news for our local South County of Sarasota area. Today is December 2nd, and we're fresh off Thanksgiving weekend and a crazy parade event that took place. So, while we go ahead, and you guys aren't here to see me, you're here to hear the news, so let's get started with the news. Alright, first I wanted to get started with, Bill Buck Chevrolet, our sponsor. Remember to visit their website and make Chevrolet your next choice for cars. Bill Buck Chevrolet. They should be done with their construction sometime at the end of December. During the construction, they are still open. The next story, usually I'll do a story on the county, but I thought today, since today's Cyber Monday, why not cover Cyber Monday? And this is actually one of the sites that a lot of the news stations are recommending that you go to find legitimate deals on your that are out there. Just remember, there's a lot of scams out there in regards to getting your information. So don't open up just any email. If you're shopping, up here in the address bar, make sure there's a lock when you go to buy stuff that offers the security, and just be smart about how you're handling a lot of this stuff out there. So today is Cyber Monday, and this site is cybermonday.com. Go out there and get your bargains today, folks. If we go over to Venice, today is National Oldest City. Nation's oldest city. It's just maybe here in Venice. This was by Del White and a frequent reporter here on the site, Shelby Webb. And they quoted another fan of the page. It looks like a lot of these people are fans. Sarah Gliba. She works out at the dermatology firm over there by Publix in Pine Brook. And she said when she moved here from Cleveland 6 years ago, it was sort of a culture shock to see all these older people. And basically the story goes into how the median age in Venice is 66.7, according to the Census Bureau. The city's population is about 20,000, which is less than the amount of fans we have on this page. The 5 cities ahead of Venice, such as the Village in New Orleans, are designed for they're saying the other 5 that are ahead of Venice are more designed to draw the retired folk, whereas Venice isn't, which puts it a little bit ahead of everybody else in that it's a city that people are just migrating towards. They're not migrating here because we have a retirement village that's all set up for them. The next story we're covering was on Venice Little League. They got a new website out there. Check it out. It's got the events calendar, the volunteering you can do, the spring ball 2014 schedule, and all that good stuff. So if your kids are involved in Little League, or you want them to be involved in Little League, check out this site. That's the place they need to go to. The next story is on Paradise. It's a former Venice company. In a letter to home buyers, just before Paradise shut down in October of 2012, Butler said he was priced his home with too thin of margins and became burdened with the overhead from sales and marketing, along with rising costs for materials and labor. Customers yet to find compensation for their deals. There's a lot of upset people out there, and I think primarily the issue is that the federal judge says, look, it's in bankruptcy court, we got to settle with these creditors, and basically the home buyers are last in line. That's the gist I'm getting from that article, and that's something that John Hilscher put out with the Herald. Another real estate thing is the cooling market. This is on this article mentions realtor Cheryl Yeoman, who's a fan of the page, and it says Cheryl Yeoman doesn't work directly for investment guru Warren Buffett, but she gets to throw his name around. In Venice, early in the calendar year, we saw prices increase from 10 to 20% over 2012, with the lower priced homes getting the biggest boost, simply because there are more buyers that are looking out there for affordability. A lot of them are looking to Northport, and Northport, which has been red hot for 2 years now, has always offered affordable, newer construction homes, usually under $100,000. So that's on the hot market down here in Venice, Northport, and Englewood. This is a flyer that was handed out to me at the parade. I Candy May had given it to me as she was riding her bike by. But these are the two bicycles. You can win them for free. All you have to do is, by December 7th, email candy@me.com. Include your name, age, parent or guardian's name, and phone number. And both bicycles come with a new helmet. And this is something by bikewalkvenice.com. So, you know, if you have a 9 to 12-year-old or a 4 to 6-year-old girl out there for these two bikes, by all means submit your name and try to see if you can win that and get them a nice little Christmas present. The next controversy was, well, we had a few controversies dealing with the parade. First one was the garbage. Look, someone said, I saw in a previous thread they were handing out bags, or the organizers were, and I can attest to that. I saw them handing out bags. Now, granted, they were the bags the size of a Publix bag, but they were garbage bags, and they were making the effort to try and control the trash because they knew there weren't enough garbage bins. They knew the crowds would be around them and that it would be an issue, as it has been in the past. And they had enough foresight to arrange for volunteers to come out Saturday morning and clean, or Sunday morning, and clean it all up. I think somebody said the Venice High School weightlifting team were some of the volunteers that went out there. My understanding is they got it all cleaned up in the morning and life was good. I did not get an update on the sectionals. I know the sectionals were out there at Sunday morning when one of the fans drove by and gave a report on it. On the sectionals, you know, we're closer to solving that mystery. Somebody said they were out in South Venice over by Shamrock Park, and for some reason they took a picture when all three were there. 2 of the 3 sectionals ended up on the avenue. Bob, the organizer, and this is not Bob Daniels, the councilman, said they have a video of it, and if they're not cleaned up, they're going to fine and come after the person. My only concern is I know of 6 cameras that are facing the rest area. None of those are facing towards where those chairs were located. So I'm wondering, are there more cameras that I don't know about, or is it just one of the business cameras there that caught the individual setting the chairs out? I tell you what, it was a practical joke. It gave me hours of laughs, and I think it gave a lot of the fans hours of laughs. Unfortunately, instead of the county being strapped with picking them up at the curb, the city's going to be strapped with that cost. The other controversy was with the Venice Regional Hospital. I received a email from one, I think someone that's probably associated with them, stating that she was a little concerned. They had a Santa on their float. The organizers made him disrobe, and they were very rude and unprofessional, according to this person. I never heard back, or I did not hear from the organizers, and they may have a different story. So, my thoughts on it, hey, I think a Santa should be at the end of the parade, or at the beginning, however you want to do it, because a lot of kids get tired. I noticed that a lot of people were leaving 3/4 of the way through the parade. So, you know, either at the end or the beginning. And the other issue is I did see another Santa on there. I think it was the Challenger baseball had a Santa on there. And I remember during my presentation of the parade, I said, oh, look, there's Santa. I wonder if he's going to finish the float and come back and get on the last float, because there was kids all around me. Now, to the same regard, do you not go to stores and see Santa out there with a bell for Salvation Army in a lot of cases, and then you go into the store and there's Santa sitting back there talking to the kids? And does that make them wonder? So people were arguing both sides of the story there. In regards to the length of the parade, it is pretty lengthy. I think there were 100 vehicles involved, and I personally would, I tell you what I'll do is Frank's final thoughts, because there's 2 concerns that I have with it. So we'll continue that on at Frank's final thoughts. Now over to Englewood. This is the Englewood Venice YMCA is taking applications for Toys for Tots. The program is operated in partnership with the United States Marine Corps Reserves. Toys for Tots is available for any family in need of the holiday season. Toy pickup will be Friday, December 13th, my lovely birthday. So by all means, if you're having some financial issues, which we all do, don't be too proud. Go down there, fill out the application. Remember how remember, it's for your kids, and seeing a smile on their face is awesome. You just got to be able to eat crow, go down there and do it. I know a lot of people just refuse to want to accept the fact that they're having financial issues and they don't want to take part in these programs. But they're out there to help you during these rough times. Nobody's going to think any different of you. We've all been there. I've been there myself. You have your ups and downs, your valleys and your what's it called? Your valleys and your, can't think. It's too early in the morning. But that's at the Venice and the Englewood YMCA. Next we have over in the Northport, and I put this on the Venice site too because a lot of you guys are supporters of Warm Mineral Springs. The city council's meeting there today to discuss the direction they need to go in. This individual had this vehicle out at the when we got the homeless presentation the other week, a week or two ago, and he told me they were trying to rally 600 people out there. It's from 8 to 5, and basically it's to save the springs and open it back up. And the county is accusing the city of dragging their feet. The city basically is saying we're not dragging our feet, and there's a lot of pointing and blaming going on. Bottom line is we got to do something. The city and county purchased it a couple years ago, and we need to do something with it. Let's see. This next article came out. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the news. The next article came out from and you won't see it. You won't see it up here on the internet. Sorry. So you'll just have to bear with listening to me on it. The Northport Sun. They said that the county and local leaders are trying to meet to discuss SCTI campus in Northport. This is fresh on the heels of the opening of the new Sarasota Technical Institute in Venice. They want to talk about the possibility of bringing it up to Northport, which would be great for the kids up there. If you don't know what it is, basically they teach you different skills, like I don't know, anything from being a mechanic to I don't even know the different ones, an electrician, and they give you these different skills that you can take for those kids that just don't see college in their future. Also, the city of Northport needs help with families. This was a Northport Sun by Ann Clark-Kemper. Northport Social Services is encouraging a season of giving this holiday season by asking residents to donate to help others who are less fortunate. They are working to help nearly 1,000 families through the annual food basket and toy chest program through the 7th annual 12 Days of Giving at Northport City Hall. It ends this Wednesday. So if you can, by all means, stop by there and contribute. That's it for the news. Now over to the weather. John Scalzi, I love watching this guy. Today he says it's going to be 77, a low of 57. All week long you can see it's just going to get warmer and warmer. There's a slight front coming through today, but it's minimal impact. As you can see, the winds are going to be out in the northwest at 10. I was out there today. I don't even think they're at 10. They're pretty low. And a 1 to 2 foot light chop. As you can see, there's the radar up here. It's minimal rain, nothing really in the forecast, and we're looking pretty good. Well, there is some rain over here off to the side, but I think that's minimum, and I don't think they're expecting any to come this way. For events, this is something you'll just have to listen through. The Northport Poinsettia Parade and Festival is set for December 14th. It's one of the city's signature events. It attracts more than 5,000 people to celebrate the holiday season. The 1 mile parade begins at 6 and travels down Northport Boulevard to Greenwood Avenue. This year's theme is the holiday movie memories. To participate in it, you can get your forms at the www.cityofnorthport.com. Also, on December 7th, we have a few events that are coming up. And here they are up here. We have the Vabby Holiday Boat Bash, which everybody knows about. This is the the boat parade. You get out there. Generally speaking, you see it from the jetty all the way down to the Circus Bridge, and then they turn around and head back up. There's a lot of available spots. People do put chairs out, but even with that, you still have a ton of spots. So I would not worry about that at all. Letter Carrier's Toy for Tots. That's on December 7th too. If you have any toys you want to give out to the Tots, I assume you can just leave them on your curb there, and the mailman will gather them. One other event, I used to take my kids to this all the time, and I'll probably be there working out. It's at the YMCA at 8 o'clock. It's Breakfast with Santa. Serotonin puts this on. If I recall, there's like pancakes and donuts, and I know my daughter, she was with the chorus with Venice Elementary School. They would go there and sing Christmas songs, and it's a great function. It's free. Santa's there. You get a free picture with Santa, so by all means, try to make that. You do not have to be a member of the YMCA. For all this information, I'm going to show you, if you just go to any of my Scoop pages and go down here to events right here, and just click on the events, boom, it'll show you all the different events that I'm putting on there that I've created. The other thing too is if you ever want to catch this newscast, previous newscast, parade, interviews, cooking shows, just click this link. It'll bring you to my latest one, which will show up here, and then it'll have all the previous ones down here. So you don't necessarily have to go to the YouTube page. In terms of road work, there's not really much going on, just the same river road, intermittent lane closures, and all that good stuff. Now, for someone said I should say Frank's thought of the day, change it to during the season to my fireside chat. I don't know about that one. Anyways, it involves the parade. I have two things that I saw out there. One is they call it the holiday parade. I call it the Christmas parade. And here's the reason why. You know, they call it the holiday parade because you have Hanukkah, Christmas, and Kwanzaa during the season. I get that. Here's the problem. I don't think I saw anything related to Kwanzaa out of all those cars. I don't think I saw anything related to Hanukkah out of all those vehicles. On several vehicles, I remember seeing banners that said the Venice Holiday Parade on the truck, and then on the float, which was behind it, it was all Christmas stuff. Christmas icons. From you know, the Santas to the elves to Mary and Jesus to you name it, any icon that's Christmas related, Christianity. I did not see the Hanukkah candle. I forget what it's called, the Myro, and or anything related to Kwanzaa. So why not call what it is? Why do we have to be politically correct? Why not call it a Christmas parade? Or if you're on the vehicle, I'm wondering, and I don't know the answer to this, does the organizer make you put holiday parade? Can you say the Christmas parade or Merry Christmas on the vehicles? I don't know. You make the call out there, Venice. And the other thing is on the parade, and Bob, if you're listening out there, is it is too lengthy. I remember sometimes sitting there watching, one for example is the Corvettes. They were going so slow by me, and there were so many of them, and they had a couple of lights on them, and I remember thinking, really? Well, I think most people would rather see 50 vehicles that are floats that celebrate the season. Be it, if you're going to call it a holiday parade, you know, have the Jewish Federation out there with their stuff, have Kwanzaa out there with their stuff, and have the Christians out there with their information on the floats. You know, put 50 cars, make it floats, make it entertaining. Put the band out there. The band was awesome. The dancers, I like the dancers. I don't need to see 20 Corvettes driving 10 miles an hour down the road. It just lengthens it, makes people really tired. I don't think people really care if it's an hour or 2 hours. They want the entertainment value that's in there. So that's just some food for thought for the people that are organizing the parade. Well, that's your local news for today from Francesco Abbruzzino with the Venice Scoop. I hope you go out there and have a great Monday. Myself, I'll be doing a little Cyber Monday, a little work, and then hanging with the family. So, for Francesco Abbruzzino and the Venice Scoop, ciao tutti.